Hey guys, this is Melody. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Today we're going to be opening a Scrawlr box. This is the August Scrawlr box, but because I live in the US, it does take me a little while to get them, and then it was sitting around for a while because I didn't have time to open it. This is the first Scrawlr box that I have opened in quite some time, just because I was so busy with street fairs and stuff, and I've also put my subscription on hold for the next little bit because I'm going on vacation, and I have another fair thing coming up. I'll talk more about that in another video maybe. But anyway, I was really excited to see what I got on this one. The box felt really thick, so I was hoping that there would be a sketchbook inside as I finished the last one I got in the Scrawlr box. And of course, the first thing I find on top of here is a sketchbook, which I was really excited about. Also, I leave for Florida the day that I'm filming this voiceover tomorrow. So I figured this guy would actually be really good to bring with me because it's pretty small and it would be really easy to take on a plane. So of course I go for the candy. It was a lemon flavor, not a whole lot to say there, kind of like a taffy-ish texture, pretty good. I'm not usually one for citrusy flavors, I guess, but I enjoyed it. So let's get into the art supplies and the artist now. The featured artist this month is Jonathan Knight, and according to the little blurb on the back, he's based in Worcestershire. How do you guys pronounce that? I've always said Worcestershire, but I've heard so many people say it differently. Anyway, he's a UK artist, uses a variety of mixed media to create realistic portraits and pop culture artwork. If you want, you could pause the video and read more. So, we got in this box some fun supplies, but not things that I typically use to sketch. So obviously we get the sticker, and I like that lately they've been theming it with the artwork. And then we got a Pilot DR drawing pen size 05, which is honestly a little bit big for me. I like really thin lines. So yeah. And then the pencil we got was a 4H pencil, which is good for sketching because it's not too soft. And then we got the Chameleon color blending Fineliners. So I actually didn't know these existed. I had seen their other markers, but I've never seen the Fineliners before. And I was kind of confused because the tips are so small. How are we supposed to like get them to transfer color? So if you don't know, Chameleon markers, basically you can transfer pigment or ink, I guess, from one marker to another marker, and then you can use that to get a really smooth gradient. So in planning what I wanted to draw, honestly, I didn't know. Obviously, I had to do a bunch of swatches to see the colors first. And the prompt for this month was Rainbow Renaissance. So I kind of wanted to go with like the Renaissance fair kind of situation. And you'll see my sketches for that later. So this is me just kind of testing their capability for the ink like flowing. But what I didn't realize was that, so I read the instructions, which is very helpful. I guess in the cap, there's a little like ink thing. I don't know what it is, but it holds the ink of the pen. So if you take another pen and put the cap on, it transfers the ink. That way you're not having to touch tips, which honestly makes a lot more sense. Just because touching tips is difficult when it's a fine liner. So you just put the cap on for a while, and then it'll transfer the ink. And yeah, it's pretty cool. But I was noticing on the paper, if you layer these too much, it will eat through the paper. The paper was pretty good about not bleeding, but again, if you layer too much, it will start bleeding. So really with this, you have to do just like lines and stuff and not really layer anything or shade too much. So you really have to think about the colors you're mixing though, because some of them, if you try to mix them together, get kind of muddy in the middle. Because like, you know, if you're going to mix the pink and the blue, you're going to get a nice purple in the middle. But if you mix like the blue and the yellow, you're going to get a green. But some of them, you know, it's just not a great color transition. Anyway, so what I did is I went on a website called Pexels. Hopefully I will link it in the description. And that's where I've been getting my royalty-free photos, you know, things that you can use without worrying about copyrights. Because when you go on Instagram or Pinterest or any of those, there's always a chance that there's going to be some copyright infringement, and you don't want that. You don't want to have to deal with that, especially if you're painting or drawing something that you hope to sell. Just don't do it. Go find some other like photos that there's no copyright on. So I've been using that website. I've been using it since I heard another artist mention it on YouTube, but I honestly don't remember who I heard it from. Anyway, now you're hearing it from me, so go check them out. It's a pretty good website. So I flipped through there to find some pictures. I wanted to draw a girl kind of in like a Ren Fair outfit. The problem is the sketchbook, with the orientation, you can't really see the whole body. You can mostly just get like headshot, or I guess bust, like shoulders and up. So I sketched out a couple girls to kind of decide what I was looking for, and then of course what I ended up drawing wasn't exactly what I had sketched, but you know, we went for it. I was still kind of trying to figure out the hands at this point, so I decided to just kind of sketch a hand that I found on Pexels again, of someone just holding a flower, because I thought it might be cute to have her holding a single flower or something. As you'll see soon though, that just didn't happen. So I wanted her hair, like the two sketches, to kind of have some volume and flow out. So I tried to do that, but I also wanted it to be a little bit more cartoon so that the hair was more blocked off than sketchy. And here I was trying to figure out how to do her nose. For some reason, noses are really difficult for me. But I ended up just kind of doing like a semicircle sort of situation. And I'm sorry I went off camera a little bit there. Sometimes it's easier if you can pick it up and look at it straight on, just to kind of see the proportions and see if things are uneven or not. And I'm sorry my head keeps getting in there. When I draw small, I tend to lean in really close to what I'm doing. I just think it helps me see. Maybe I need new glasses. I don't know. But yeah. I did decide to go with the whole theme of flowers, so I tried to draw some peonies. I know that I've drawn them before, and I've drawn some that I really like, but I don't feel like I've quite established a style that I like drawing them in. Like, I know a lot of artists have a really simplified version of them that are really pretty. I don't feel like I'm quite there. But I will keep practicing, and eventually we will get there. So then I decided it was time to line it in. When I flipped back to the other page, I was testing to see how badly this black pen would smear with the other pens on top of it. It did smear a little bit, but it wasn't horrible, and I had decided that I was kind of just going to do little lines, so I didn't think it would be that big of a deal, since I wasn't going to be coloring in just blocks of color. It should be okay. So immediately I did that first chunk of hair, and I was like, what did I just do? Because it's a weird shape. So anyway, I just tried to keep going with it, and I tried to salvage it. So I added colors. I decided I wanted her to be cool colors, almost like a statue, because, you know, Renaissance fair, I don't know how well that came across here, but she could be like a Renaissance statue, you know, like all the sculptures and stuff. I don't know. So her eyes are this dark blue, and I decided to go in with lines to add some shadows. Yeah, I really need to study. Oh boy. Her hair, I decided to just do the gray. Later I went back in with some black though. And then instead of having pink for blush, I used the teal color because it is warmer than the blue, so it still kind of has that effect. Of course, I outlined the flowers in, actually, I think I used the orange color, and then to fill them in, I don't know how, I put pink in the yellow pen. I don't know. So it had like yellow and pink, and there were orangey bits. Anyway, at this point, I had decided that I really looked the kind of messy, sketchy look, so I was going through with my pens and adding more lines and just making it messy and sketchy, and honestly, I needed this. I have been like so tense and stressed lately, so it was nice to just kind of get to scribble, honestly, and then draw all those lines in the background. That's probably my favorite part of this drawing. Anyway, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you would like to see more and know when I am uploading. Anyway, that is that. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you have used these before, and I'll see you guys in the next one.